And that's one thing I forgot to do in the last episode. Hello everyone and welcome back to more The Minish cap for the Game Boy Advance. And in this episode we're going to be doing more side quests in the game, which in the next episode after that we'll probably get onto the main quest. Because I just want to make sure that I get most of the side quests out of the way, so that not only will life be a lot easier, but it will also help out you guys if you're struggling in this game and all that. So just for this episode I'm going to be doing a lot of side quests. What I'm going to be doing mainly though is a lot of editing to make sure that, it doesn't pan out a bit and all that. So we're going to be doing that, I guess. What we want to do for now though is shrink down into a Minish, into this pot. Like the one where we got the heart piece where, I think it was basically a hotel kind of place where we went in. We have to shrink down to a Minish and instead go inside the bakery shop. So all we got to do is roll across here. And the bakery shop is quite simply located in here. I could show you what we're supposed to do when we're actual human-sized, but I just want to show this for now because when I shrink that to human size, I'll just show it along the way or something like that. When we go up into this hole and roll all the way down, there will indeed be a chest, and this is optional, but it definitely helps you out because it contains 100 rupees, and since I had 0 rupees that helps out a ton, so good thing I went there, I guess. Sniff, sniff, sniff. Doesn't that smell spectacular? Perhaps they give out free samples. I say, would you ask for me? I can't really because I'm a Minish Eslo, but I probably might do that when I'm human-sized, I guess. Okay, now that I'm back to a human, what we want to do next is fuse some kingstones with the postman. So where I was saying I'd only do the missions that you fuse kingstones with people where it's important. I'm not really going to be doing the ones which all they do is just give you rupees and all that. I'm going to be doing the ones which actually really help you out, like they don't always appear all the time. So if I can find the postman, that is. Where has he gone? He should be around here somewhere, surely. This is one problem when trying to do this side quest. You can never catch the postman. And when you actually find him, you want to make sure that you hit the R button quickly, otherwise he'll jump over you. Yeah, seriously, the postman is really impatient in this game. But to be honest, with these side quests, I guess this is why I like Minish Cap so much. Seriously, The Legend of Zelda The Minish Cap is my favourite Zelda handheld of all time, really. I like it better than Link's Awakening and all that, because of all the side quests, because that's what I liked about Majora's Mask. There was an awful lot of side quests, so, it wasn't as linear. Because in Majora's Mask you had 4 temples, but most of it was side quests, and it made me realise more about the characters. And I like how they gave it back here as well. Must deliver the mail. Hey, that's a kingstone piece. So when we fuse kingstones with the postman, we will get... Okay, so this will open up a new event in the post office, so we want to head over there and see what's caused it, because there'll be another member there instead, because I think he asked Mercy? It was either Percy or Mercy, I wasn't too sure. Welcome. I'm selling issues of a helpful adventurer's guide. It's called the Swordsman Newsletter. It's full of useful advice. Right now you can buy the latest issue for only 200 rupees. It's a bargain. Seriously, why is everything a bargain? The boomerang cost 300 rupees and that was called a bargain, and now I need to buy a book which costs 200 rupees and now this is a bargain. What is their taste of bargain in this universe? But I can't really buy it as I have 100 rupees, and also it's actually a user's guide to help you out in the game, learning controls and the whereabouts of things. But since this is a Let's Play and I'm showing you all that, I won't show it during this walkthrough. But I'll probably show off stuff like that in a bonus video or something, but I might. So it's not confirmed if I will or not, but we'll just see what it turns out like in the end. Another thing we want to do is go over to Mayor Hagen's house, or is it Hagen? I don't know, I always say Hagen. That's the thing you gotta learn actually in this LP. there may be times where, you know, I'll pronounce things the wrong way, but that's always what I thought you pronounced them when I first saw them and all that, while playing this game. That mustachioid guy strikes me as somewhat unreliable. I got tongue twisted then. There's something fishy about this room too. So, how about we speak to Mayor Hagen first before we use Kingstones? That hole in the garden leads to a shelter of sorts. But it's not like I'm trying to run off and save myself alone or anything. Just keep that in mind. So basically it's just telling us some useful advice to help us, I guess. But after fusing Kingstones with him, this will happen. What will happen is, after the Kingstone fusion, it will cause a pond to dry up in Long Long Branch and open up this new entrance. And I think you'll like the prize that we get, because it's very handy indeed. I haven't really said that in a while, because that was my catchphrase I said in the other episodes, like when I first started YouTube. In other words, the videos that sucked because they were recorded with a camera, and my commentary was weird. Most of my commentary didn't really have a good structure or anything. Basically, it all just started off really bad. So it's kind of like that, I guess. In this chest though, what we get is a red Kingstone, which is very useful because, like I keep saying, red Kingstones are very rare in this game, and there are a couple of things that you got to do in order to find them. Seriously, you won't find red Kingstones for just like thrashing around in the grass or anything. You have to come up with some sort of strategy. So with that, I guess I'll cut ahead to Long Long Branch to save you guys waiting. Okay, now that we're here, you know, just outside of the house where Marin, is it Marin? I don't know. Marin and her father lives. How about we just go down this step and we find the biggest wallet, meaning we can carry up to a maximum of 999 rupees. Yeah, it's not quite over 1,000 or anything, but it's definitely useful in the game. But we're not quite done yet, as what we need to do is shrink ourselves down to a Minish and go in here, because we could not do this without the Pegasus boots. And the upgrade that I got back there, basically all it does is when I dash, I can now run with my sword, so that way I can hit enemies along the way. In other words, you know, it's not just running and that's it. You can actually attack enemies whilst running, so that makes it a bit easier for me. So with that heart piece collected, and I really did not have time to explain what was going on there at all, how about, let's see, we go test out the bakery. So basically I'll cut here and see you guys back in Hyrule Town. More editing. Okay, instead of going here through Minish size, we want to go in here as normal and see what the bakery's like. So all we want to do is simply pick up a bread and they will ask us about its deliciousness. I don't know, something. But if we charge 20 rupees, we will be able to buy the food and break it open to hopefully find a Kingstone. This is one way you can actually find red Kingstones, so if I show you again, just to be sure, because I want to make sure I get a red Kingstone out of this to make it a bit easier. Some of the prices will increase though on some of the bread, so you want to be careful with what you do. I got nothing. Oh great, so that was a waste of rupees. I got a green Kingstone and nothing. I was really hoping for a red Kingstone there. And it's funny because that's happened in my practice file, so that was quite weird. But since we've tested out the bakery, we now need to do another side quest that will lead us to an empty bottle. And it's quite simple at what you got to do. All you got to do really is just shrink into a Minish and make your way over the building. Sorry if my commentary is very focused on this, but I really want to make sure you know that you're following the rules here, or else, you know, you could make some mistakes, and I basically just want you to make sure that your life is a bit easier whilst trying to play this game. As well, side quests are good. If you see any side quests, just try and complete it. Even if you can't, you know, it's worth trying, because it makes the game longer. I mean, even though Minish Cap is short, it's the side quests that make it really good for me and pan it out a bit. We could talk to all these people, but they're quite unimportant what they say, because they're only one-liners and I'm not too interested in them. I mean, you know where I was saying I will talk to pretty much everyone here? I didn't necessarily mean everything, but only the ones where I think the info that you learn out of them is quite useful. Of course, there will be sometimes where I'll just talk to them randomly because, well, I mean, I'm playing this game and I just really want to have fun. I mean, that's why I'm making an LP out of it after all. But that's what I'm going to do. So we want to go down these steps. Hello? Is anyone back there? No? Oh well. I guess not. How odd. Egad! Oh great, Luigi's Mansion reference. Okay, sorry about that. I had a bit of an interruption right there. I knew there was someone here. When did you find your way back here? This area is for employees only. That is to say, me and me alone. But of course, if we go over to this bottle and click on it... I'm sorry, my good lad, but that is not for sale. That bottle contains food for my dear little dog Fifi. What? You just want the bottle? That's highly unusual. Well, fine. If you feed Fifi, then I guess you can have the bottle. How does that sound? So, I guess I'll do it. Excellent. Excellent. He's at my home right now. Thank you so much. Okay, why did they have to write "so" in caps? That was really weird. You got a bottle of dog food. Now head out on your errand. They're really over the top with some of this dialogue, but again, that's what I like about it. Allow me to mark the location of my home here on your map. So there, I guess we are on the new quest of giving his dog some food. But I've got a bit of a journey to go back and shrink myself back to human size. And yes, I'm actually saying it right this time. I'm not saying shrink myself back to Minish size. So I guess I'll be doing that. See you guys in a bit. Before we do start shrinking back though, I want to do one more thing first. Well, this isn't one more thing, but you know, another side quest. And this will make it a bit easier for getting onto new events in the game. We want to stay as a Minish and then talk to this dog over here because he'll always be in our way when we're a human and we can't get past him. But if we speak to him... Oh, sorry. Am I in your way? Yes, of course you were. I just wanted a little attention. Just like all dogs. Anyway, it was nice of you to say hi. Sorry for the trouble. I'll move now. So of course when we move away, he'll now move out of the way. That's the only thing I could think of there. And now we can access it as a human. Which is one good thing because I'm going to come up to an event which is really annoying. But I'm going to have to do it for you guys because I like to 100% games. Because that is my thing that I do on this channel, I guess. So now that we're back to human size, and I'm actually saying it right this time. I think I went on about that before. How about we go over there? Sorry if I'm cutting a lot of bits out and making it really unnecessary with the editing, but I just want to make sure that this episode isn't too long. But we want to go in here and do an event which is very annoying. If you've played this game, I'm sure you agree. I collect those mysterious shells you've scattered all over the place. If you bring those shells to me, I'll trade you these figurines I have made. Ah, is that a mysterious shell? I've got an offer I'd like to make you. Okay, that was said weird. It was like I was reading a script or something. What do you say to trading it for a chance at winning a figurine? So of course we get trade or don't trade, and I want to show this off to you guys just to show how annoying it is. How many shells would you like to use in this drawing? The more shells you use, the more likely you are to win a figure you don't have. So as you can see here, on our first shell, for just trading in one shell, we'll get a 100% guarantee. So in other words, that means it will never fail. So let's just go ahead and pull this lever all the way over there. And here is our first figurine out of 135. Seriously, you collect a lot of figurines in this game, and that's what I don't like about it. Congratulations! I'll keep the figurine in the case on the left for you. You can see it anytime. So if we just go over here, we can view all the figurines that we've got, and yes, this is what I mean for how many figurines you have to collect. So if I go all the way down to the bottom, because I'm curious if I said the right amount of figurines or not. No, actually it's 130, but yeah, you have to collect all of them to get one thing. No, seriously, doing all that gets you one thing, but I won't give spoilers to that. So let's just go ahead and talk to him again and trade in another drawing. So as you can see, this time it will go down to 98%, and if I trade in 3 more, it will increase it to 100%. It's up to you on how many shells you want to use, but I'm just going to go for 1 each time. And I guess I'm going to cut a bit of things here, because just to make sure for keep myself safe in the future, I'm going to spend a couple of minutes trading in some shells until it goes down to around, I don't know, 70 or 60%, basically when I start getting the same figurines. So I guess I'll see you guys in a bit. Well, actually not a bit, quite a while. You don't know how useful it is to have a speed up button. But with that, I've collected enough figurines, so I'll be out of here. And one thing you should know is that when you do collect figurines, it's best to get the figurines after you've completed the game, because figurines will only appear when you've seen enemies and characters and items. So make sure you go a bit further in the game if you want to 100% collect all the figurines. Although, with that done, our next side quest, sorry I got a bit sidetracked there from talking about it, is inside the yellow house. So let's go see what we got to do. Okay, there'll be like this guy here, I don't know, some kind of bishop or something, but I'll reveal what he is later, because otherwise it's going to give away a spoiler. So, after we fuse kingstones with him, but I don't seem to have any, that's just great. So, looks like we're going to have to miss on this side quest for now, because I don't have the right kingstones. Well, I guess we'll skip that. What we can do for now, though, is go to our house, so you know where we started when we opened up the game. So instead of just going all the way there, I'll cut it once we're at the house. See you guys in a bit. Okay, now that we're back in our own home, we want to go see Master Smith. So that way, when we fuse kingstones with him, this will happen. And luckily I've got the right kingstone this time. Now, it may look like he's just spawned, you know, a golden chest that doesn't mean anything, but believe me, there's more than meets the eye with this one. So how about we go over there and try to open the chest to see what it contains? Because trust me, what you get is actually really useful. It may just look like it's going to contain something like a kingstone or more rupees, but what lies in this chest is actually an empty bottle. So make sure you want to fuse kingstones with Master Smith if you want to collect more bottles in the game, you know, to put more fairies in them and other items. So, you know, if you just want to collect all 4, I think it's 4 or it could be 5, I don't know, I haven't replayed the game in a while, bottles, then just fuse kingstones with Master Smith. Our next destination, though, is Lake Hylia. And again, you know, I just like to say Hylia instead of Hylia, so deal with it, I guess. Although it's a bit of a trek, so I guess I'll see you guys in a bit once we get there. Okay, we are now in the area that we came up to before, where, you know, there was this big house, but I said we can't really do anything. Well, with the bottle of dog food, we will be able to do so. So, you know where Egad was saying he wants us to go to his house to give his dog some food? How about we do that? You got an empty bottle! Use it to store all sorts of things. So with that, we now have 3 empty bottles, meaning we need 1 more. But I'll get onto that a bit later. So with that side quest done, we now need to go to the dried up lake in Hyrule Castle. So I guess more editing. See you guys in a bit. So we want to exit from Hyrule Town and go all the way up to Hyrule Castle. Because you know where we fused kingstones with the chick on top of Swiftblade's house? This caused a lake to dry up. So how about we go over there and see what's inside? A piece of heart. So that is very handy indeed. And I think we just need to collect 1 or 2 more pieces to make a new heart container. But we're not done yet, because we want to thrash around in the grass, as it will reveal a secret entrance. And indeed it will be another one of Swiftblade's ancestors, or descendants. I don't know who they are, but I'll just go on to it a bit later. But when we speak to him, he will say this: "You have found the true master swordsman of Hyrule, Grimblade. If you want to train with me, I will teach you skills you've never imagined." but the room is dark, and I cannot see your face. We cannot train like this. So at the moment the room's a bit dark for us to train, because apparently we can't see where we're going. So we can't really do that for now. But at least we got a heart piece out of it. Wait, did we just complete a new heart container? No, actually we need one more piece, so I guess I was wrong with what I said earlier. But with that I got to do more editing and cut ahead to Mount Grenell. Seriously, this episode has a lot of edits. Okay, so we want to enter this place that we couldn't go to before, but now that we can duplicate ourselves, we'll be able to access the area. So how about we do that and... oh great, I just let go of the button then. Again, I'm trying to familiarise myself with these controls on the emulator, because I'm used to using the 3DS and I don't really want to record it with a camera again like I did before. So I'm going to steer away from that from now. But there is a heart piece, meaning we have completed a new heart container. And also I'm going to collect these rupees before talking to Swiftblade. So now I have 196. Seriously, we're getting a lot of bonuses in this episode. I really like it. Believe not what others tell you. I am the true master swordsman of Hyrule. My name is Greyblade, and if you train with me, you will learn much. So, would you like to train here? Yes, we will, because we're about to learn a new move. You will learn the amazing roll attack. First, roll with D-pad and R. Second, as soon as you get up. Third, scream something, and swing your sword. I'm not really going to try and attempt at that sound. That's all, young swordsman. Do you understand? Yes, we do, because you're very condescending. Ho-ho, well answered. You have much promise. But one must feel the technique, not just hear about it. That's why I will now possess your body so as to demonstrate the technique. He's basically just saying what he does before, pose shun, or switcheroo, with the one I'm familiar with. And basically that's all you do. So you just roll across the floor and attack. So roll and attack. There you go. It will be useful for enemies, if you want to charge them and all that, saves you using your Pegasus boots. I guess that's the purpose of this after all. And I don't really want to look at the scroll because I'm never going to forget that. Especially the one where it says break pots. How am I going to need a scroll in order just to remember to press the attack button? Oh, that's really weird. But with that, I will not do some editing actually because we are quite nearby. What we want to do is go back into Malari's mines and fuse Kingstones with Malari. So what we want to do is use Arcane of Paki and create a nice shortcut. So it saves us, taking the rain route and all that. And the rain route? Is that really the best I could come up with? Ugh, brilliant. So Malari will be in one of these rooms. I think it's this one down here. And we want to fuse Kingstones with him. Have I got the right one? No. I'm not doing very well in Kingstones here, am I? Unfortunately, in my practice file, it's all randomised. So I can't really, debate whether I'm going to have the right Kingstones or not to fuse Kingstones with other people. Because it's all randomised. Seriously, it's kind of annoying, but I'm sure I'll get used to it someday. And last but not least, we want to enter this small hut and fuse Kingstones with Percy. Hello, I am Percy, Poet Laureate of Hyrule. And you are Link? Oh no, the pleasure is mine. I travel all over the realm writing verse wherever I go. But here I am, returning after a long absence, only to find the road blocked. It wouldn't feel like such a waste if I hadn't lost half of my Kingstone. When misfortune rains down upon my head, it pours into torrents. I think I may have dropped it in the inn I stayed at last night. I see no other course than to put these tragic events to verse. I see stars beyond the rainbow, but I cannot reach them. Though the stone I lost is small, large was its place in my heart. So I kind of pressed the wrong button there, but all Percy is basically a poet, and she gives us hints as to where some heart containers are, so you got to read the dialogue really carefully. But how about with that, we will fuse some Kingstones with her, and luckily I have the right ones. So with that, we will get this. And to be honest, what we're about to get is actually useless at the moment because it's used later in the game, but it will save me a bit of time, trying to figure out what to do and how to access that house down there. So I guess we will go on to that later in the game or something. But I think that's pretty much all of the side quests done so far, and sorry if this has been a bit long again, but I promise next episode we will be going on to the main quest and starting off Castle Wilds. So I guess while I'm on my way there, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode, which you probably haven't because it's just been a bunch of side quests, some really boring commentary. And I guess I will see you guys in the next one, where we'll enter and begin Castle Wilds. See you guys then. A list. I needed a list to memorize all this.